I'd like to talk about how to support a grieving friend. But before we delve into that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Ghazala at the Heart and Soul Cafe. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're here for the very first time, you're very, very welcome. How do we support a grieving friend? Now, I've done videos, well, at least one video on this subject before. But again, I feel that there's still quite a lot of confusion around it. Let's start off with talking about myself, my own experiences. After losing my son, I found that there was a couple of people that came to the house to pay their respects, sort of so-called friends or family friends who I've not seen since. It's been 4 years and 3 months since losing my son, and I've not seen those couple of people since then. They came to pay their respects, and then I've not had any text messages or WhatsApp messages or phone calls or visits from them ever since, not heard from them. And, you could sort of think, well, I'm not here to judge anybody, but you could think, well, maybe those people didn't feel that they knew what to say. They maybe found it really hurtful. It might have triggered things in their own past. I don't know, unless they shared that with me, I wouldn't know. Possibly just thinking or feeling that, I really don't know what to say to Ghazala. So, the best thing is to just avoid her completely. Okay, that's all right. Who am I to judge? I'm not here to judge anybody. So, I'm not going to do that. So what do? A friend of so you have a friend who has experienced loss and you want to do the right thing. You want to support them. You want to be there for them. So what do you do? And probably more importantly, what don't you do? So when it comes to saying the right thing, it's more about not saying, things that you shouldn't possibly say. The amount of people that came to me and said things such as, your son is in a better place now. And, I think somebody even said something similar to, God, something to the effect of God was missing an angel or something. And you think, the thing is that even if let's say, for example, you have faith. Now, you have faith and you believe in an afterlife. That's fine. You believe in an afterlife. But the thing is, at the time of losing a loved one and losing a child, let's say, that saying something such as, they're in a better place now, doesn't really make sense to that parent at that time. And you might think you're saying the right thing, and you possibly are saying the right thing. If you have faith and that person has faith, they might be saying the right thing. And but the thing is that when you are in that place and you have just lost, let's say, a child, saying that they are in a better place isn't actually helpful, because the first thing I could think of was, well, my son was 22. My son's 22 years of age. And how is him being anywhere away from me, his mother, a better place? Isn't the best place here, right now with me? And so you can't really get your head around it when you're in that place. So to say something such as that is just, I think, the person just wanting to fill in the gaps or fill in the silence with something. And, I'm here to tell you that you don't really have to do that. You don't have to fill the silences. You don't have to fill those gaps. You can just be present. And the best thing for you to say to your friend is, if you feel that you don't know what to say, is to say nothing. To say, I don't know what to say, so I'm going to say nothing, but can I sit with you? Can I be here with you? Is there anything that I could do right now that might be helpful to you? And, the best friends that I had at that time that, said things such as, might call me and say, sorry about the noise, I'm just having some just having the side gate fixed. But I'm going to carry on. But, you know, so the best friends that I had at that time were friends that maybe called me and said, I'm on my way to the supermarket to get some shopping. If there's anything that you need, just WhatsApp me a list and I will get that for you. And if you're not up to sort of seeing anyone today, I will leave the shopping on the doorstep, ring the doorbell and get back into my car and drive away. And I thought, wow. You know, that really is a true, you know, I want to do something for you and I don't expect anything back. I don't want anything in return. It's just, this is for you. This is what you need on your terms. Please let me know. You know, if you don't want to see me today, you know, I can call around, I can come around another day. But, you know, if you need some shopping, then let me know and I'll leave it on the doorstep. I thought, wow. And then other friends such as, you know, did things such as, you know, I've made something today, I cooked so-and-so today, I made an extra dish, you know, can I just drop it by? Again, I don't have to stay. And if someone's already dropped something by, you know, some food, this will keep really well, just put it in the fridge and you can heat up tomorrow. And you think, yeah, that will so help me right now. You know, because you've still, you know, possibly got kids to feed and things to do, you know, as people say, life goes on. And I hate that term too, because I was at the other side of that, you know, and I couldn't understand why life was going on after my son. I didn't understand why the postman was still delivering the post, why people were still sat in coffee shops drinking coffee. I couldn't understand why children were still laughing and playing. I didn't get it. I thought, you know, life needed to have at least slowed down. How come it's just seems even faster than it did before? So, you know, there's all that, you know. So saying the right thing and, you know, how to support a friend is very much, you know, if you don't want to say anything, then we could sit in silence. If you want to share something, if you want to talk to me, then I'm here, I'm listening. I'm not going to just mindlessly say things because, you know, because we sometimes somehow believe, I don't know why, but we believe that we need to fill each gap and each sort of silence with something. So I'd rather say nothing at all because I don't know what to say, but I'll sit with you. If you want to cry in my presence, and you know, you can do that, and I'll be here with you. So it's really having someone, you know, having a friend that can just sit with the wound and be okay with it. Whether you want to cry, whether you want to laugh, whether you want to share, whether you want to talk, whether you don't want to talk, you know, and just be okay with it, is a true friend. So there's lots that we can think of doing, but make it about that person, not about you. So when you're listening to that person and when they are talking to you, listen to them. Listen to them. Don't worry too much about how you are looking and what you are going to say as soon as that person pauses. Just listen to them. Because if you're thinking about that, then you're not actually listening actively. You're too busy thinking about what you're going to say as soon as that person pauses. So let them say what they want to say. Listen to them and then have that pause. Tell them. Say, I'm going to just sit with that for a bit. I just want to mull over what you've just told me. I don't want to respond without thinking. And then they know why you're not giving them the silent treatment. It's not that they've poured their heart out to you and you've not said anything back. It just means that you are going to sit with what they've told you and then possibly respond when you're ready. Yeah, and when you know that you are saying something that's hopefully useful to them and, you know, makes you feel better as a friend too, that you are actually doing something and saying something useful. Yeah. So, you know, I hope you found the content of this video helpful. Please do share if you feel that the content would be helpful to somebody else. Please do share it. Please do comment. Please do like. Please do subscribe. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. It means so much to me, but we need so many more people subscribing in order to build this community, this platform that, you know, I'm sort of dreaming of. Hopefully one day we will do that. I'm not You know, I'm not going away. I'm here. I'm still making videos. Fewer videos because I've actually built up quite a library now of videos. So fewer videos per week. But I do have other commitments as well, you know, with my mental health work and, you know, my counselling and other charity, you know, things that I do. Also, I do a little bit of travelling as well. So I do sometimes go off travelling, which I'm planning on doing in next week, in fact. So yeah, so I'll be still uploading videos, but there will be just, you know, fewer. But the main reason for that, you know, for fewer videos is that I've already got a bit of a library. So there's a lot of content for people to go back and have a look at. And yeah, and then again, in the future, hopefully I'll be doing some, you know, podcasts, some interviews, having a guest on, so, you know, Q&As perhaps, and that kind of thing, maybe live streams. So, you know, there's all sorts of things I'm thinking of, but, you know, not rushing into, trying to make sure that, you know, this channel is something that is good for my mental health as well. I don't want to put myself under stress to do it. I don't want to sort of think, you know, I'm stressing myself out. I haven't got those videos out. I haven't got this out. I haven't got that out. You know, this time I'm not really planning on going anywhere. I'm not in any great rush. This is a platform for me to, you know, upload content and get things off my chest. So if that's what it is, then fine. You know, if it becomes something else where it's helpful to many other people, then that's brilliant. That's a bonus. So hopefully we will get there. In time, in whatever time that is. So thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, please, please, please look after your hearts and souls.